And this week for Augmented Naturally podcast. Okay, well, goodbye, but there's a catch. I lost the note, sorry. So, we're going to be going over Gibble Community Day. Swablu Community Day was the last one. That should be up soon. We're going to be going over some various drama in the community and our points of view, how to stay sane throughout all the squeaky wheels that are out there looking for their own bit of attention. Should Niantic assist with vaccine centers? A possible Go Field Guide breakdown, a way to find your local group and your local community, and what's the actual trick when it comes to good balls or good calls, or is it just good luck? And for the augmental idea this week, we're going to be going into Pokemon Go treasure maps. Could there be a way to work it into the game and get players back into the parks, not just in the city and such? Stay tuned. We're going to figure it out too. Alright, so it's been a minute, TJ. How you been?
It has. I'm making it. I'm making it. How about yourself?
Doing alright. Any new shinies?
I got another shiny Venonat, which I then evolved into a Venomoth.
Okay.
A couple days ago. Still no shiny Wurmple.
Oh. I won't
Despite
say anything.
catching every Dratini that I see, no shiny Dratinis.
Yeah, shiny Dratini. It's
Well,
weird.
I have a bunch of them, so it's not that big a deal. But
well, it's kind of funny because shiny Dratini, I've gotten 2 throughout the life cycle of my account.
okay.
2 of them holistically. 1 or 2 of them was from trades. My first one that I got on Dratini Community Day, I had transferred to Pokemon Let's Go because I wanted to be Pete on the giant green dragon as you're riding it in Let's Go.
Flex on a haters or something.
Yeah. So I didn't have one in Pokemon Go until the Kanto Tour, I think, or it might have been Go Fest. I had actually caught another one during then. But since then, I hadn't caught any shiny Dratinis, and this event I still haven't.
Right.
And let's see, what would be my actual Pokédex count? 804 seen, 681 caught. Only 1 lucky, and it's just completely rare for me. Which, that's kind of the nice part when it comes to it, because it feels a lot more exciting for me to click on a Dratini.
Yes.
It's not just dragging out all these other catches here.
I know what you did there.
Oh, okay. There was a teeny detail there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. just a teeny fun.
Yeah. Some of them are to scale. Okay. But the free-to-play account has gotten, I think, 2 shinies so far out of a... Oh, no. It's actually gotten 4. And 2 of them are shiny Grimers. 1 Alolan, 1 normal. I mean, I just think that's a toxic way to talk about it, but... I don't know, 1 was a hatch, and then the other one was a catch during the poison event that was going on. I guess it was Go Rocket or something.
Okay.
Or it was the Tricky event. That's when all the trash... No. Oh, man. The Earth Day one. Sustainability event. That's what it was.
That's what it was. I was like, I know. Something was doing.
Yeah, because the baby account, the free-to-play account, the testing account, hasn't spent any money besides the coin earned in gyms.
Okay.
And it's caught about 1,100 Pokemon so far,
Not
which is
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I've been able to keep up with the ball management on there, but
Okay.
that just comes with the tricks that we were talking about, only focusing on berries and balls for the Stardust, and other
Yep.
than that, just leave it all be. There's so many different things, just use the gym fodder, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when it's new like that, you can definitely place and toss a lot easier.
Oh yeah, well, you don't have the attachments yet.
Mhm.
No pain, no gain, just
That's right.
send them on their way. In addition to, so that was that. What was going on? The fairy event. Oh, no, we're getting off track. Don't mind me. Sorry. Where is it now? So, the second that the Gibble Community Day was announced, people were already up in arms about Gibble Community Day coming out, saying that all of the hard work, all of the shinies were devalued from it
Hmm.
because the shiny was released prior to the Community Day. Which, when it comes down to it, there's only a few times that that actually happens, like Snivy Community Day. The shiny was released prior to it for a short event,
Yeah.
and after that, if people wanted the special move or just a more guaranteed way to do it, they had to actually wait for the Community Day. So typically, with the Community Day comes a brand new shiny. But
I
if you
mean,
think
yeah.
about,
Not always. Like we had a repeat community with was it
well,
Charmander?
yeah,
Did we
uh,
have a second one? Like Altaria, we got Altaria coming up, but
yeah. Well,
or
that
not
was the
Altaria, Small Blue.
there was someone that actually shared a all of their shiny Swablues and Altarias, and they were like, "Oh, had a great community today. Caught like 14 shinies," and it was like the day after they announced it itself, and
Yeah.
we are like, "No, no, no, nice try.
Yeah.
Well played, well played."
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. If you're playing solely for shinies, though, I guess it is an issue. But
It is, but that's the thing. If you're really playing solely for shinies, then Pokemon Go isn't a game for you. Hey,
no,
Pokemon.
it's not. Hey,
If you're playing solely for shinies, then breeding with the Masuda method in the Switch games is going to be the more efficient way to do it.
mm,
Because once you have a shiny Ditto in there, you simply just breed it with any Pokemon. It has a chance of being shiny, especially if that other Pokemon is from another country with the Masuda method. But the this is exactly how the trends had been going for a while, where
yeah,
they'll do the starter Pokemon and then something along the lines of a higher tier Pokemon that has just the popularity or the pseudo legendaries, as they call it.
yeah,
So we've known that they were going to do a Gibble Community Day,
yeah.
and we saw that it was coming, and some people were audibly upset before when the Gibble Shiny was released in general. Because they were upset that, okay, if we got the Gibble Shiny already, then there's not going to be Community Day for it. How are we going to enjoy Gibble Community Day when the Shiny's already out?
If that's the sole purpose of community for you, I feel bad.
I mean, they would have named it as such if it was just for the Shiny specifically.
Yeah,
It would have been Shiny Day.
I know. Would have been
At which time Niantic would then get. What's the name? They would get attacked on social media every time it was a cloudy community day because they're like, oh no, the sun's not out, it's not shining out.
mhm.
They would do it.
Oh, I
The
know. I
squeaky
know.
wheel tends to get the oil or makes it seem like it gets the oil.
Yeah.
Because the people that are happy with it are the ones that are out playing and making the most of it. Meanwhile, the people that aren't happy with it are keyboard warriors just fighting
Yeah.
for it on the internet.
And it's like there's a bonus included. There's a exclusive move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the exclusive
Whatever.
move, in addition to a guaranteed, what's the name? Guaranteed ways to get more candy, in addition to other acceleration. Yeah, we'll probably go over the Meryl event
Yeah, we'll probably
for
touch
a
on it
little
briefly.
bit. But otherwise, Pokemon was asking the topics for
I see
today.
that. Yeah.
We're going to be going over Gibble Community Day, the drama from that, the drama from the 3X XP, how people were complaining about no monitor for it. Some other speculation things: should Niantic incentivize vaccines? Possibly go field guide, Sylph Road. The Augmented idea was going to be a treasure map type system to get
Okay.
people into parks and nest. And we'll possibly go over catch sprees and ways that you can increase catches.
Don't. It's not worth it. Do
Well,
not go
that's
back to Twitter to catch a drama. It's nonsense.
it's all the usual stuff, and the people that are complaining and liking and retweeting, they're the ones that are going to be out and about. That's what you're going to see on Twitter because it's a big funnel, your own little echo chamber of whatever else is going on.
The loudest voices echo the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it keeps them scrolling and doom scrolling and looking for other points of view.
Yeah, if you ever really wanted to see some just ridiculous complaining, look at the responses on Niantic's Twitter support Twitter page.
Oh boy, yeah.
Jesus Christ! Like, thanks for your broken game, Niantic. My this and that weather indicator is not there. It's like just reload the game, man. Just stop. What are you doing?
Uh-huh.
Or like when they like take like a minute long recording and to be like, do you have a bad connection? Sure looks like you have a bad connection.
Yeah. Ever so often I follow the Niantic help and
Yeah,
Niantic for all of that. That way I can just chime in occasionally and solve the problem before they actually chime
yeah.
back to it. Because some problems are just silliness. But Niantic's not exactly going to give the direct answer there, so we're just going to swoop in, add our 2 cents. Niantic will answer them in the DMs. Meanwhile, we'll handle the tweets. So, we'll go over it real quick. We have the Mother's Day Meryl Day. It's kind of interesting. They made it on Mother's Day, probably because Meryl has a baby form and it has like a hoppy adult form. It's cute. Has an M for mom, maybe. Let's see. So it's basically going to be the same way for all the other research days and how they've been going, where you'll get a page of research. Some people had actually gotten it early, and because they got it early, Niantic came out and said that if you got it early, you're going to get it again on the actual day, in case you had already completed it. Which is a good thing that they came out and said that. That way, people didn't burn through it and then get essentially gypped for the event. Because the shiny rates are usually increased to an extent with this. And in a way, I kind of feel like it's not exactly increased, but it's not exactly decreased. I think that you're just catching more of the same one, so it's increasing your chances because you're catching more in quick succession. so there's more of a chance with it. The thing that they actually came out on Twitter and tweeted out about why they were doing this Meryl Day was for PvP. Because for a lot of the referral account friends, those accounts, if they're trying to be competitive or get into GBL or even do any PvP, if you've played any time in Great League, you've seen in Azumarill just wrecking face. It has all the best counters for things. It has a wide spread of moves. And it has a pretty good typing as well. At least versus the standard metas. Because you would always see a dragon type in there, which Azumarill having the fairy as a typing could have Dazzling Gleam. In addition to it could have Ice Beam, which is really going to just one-shot a good 90% of the dragon types that show up. Because a lot of them are just dragon flying or dragon grass for some of them. Dragon. Weak dice. The problem with the whole thing with PvP, you're going to stock up on all of the candy for Meryl, Azumarill. You're going to stock up on XL candy. You might not stock up on that much XL candy because the research Pokemon will be level 15, and the higher the level, the higher the chance for XL candy will be. So you'll get some, it's not going to be like crazy amazing. Right. And in means of research Pokemon, their IVs have a floor to them. Excuse me. So with research Pokemon, raid Pokemon, egg Pokemon, because it's a restricted pool, the best IVs that you can actually get out of the Meryl and out of any research Pokemon, raid, or egg will be 10, 10, 10 for the worst IVs for them. So it means that PvP with Meryl especially, for Azumarill, that one you typically need lower than 5 attack. So with this setup, you typically won't get it through there. So you would have to trade someone if you want a lower IV Meryl with it. Now, if you have someone to trade, this works out beautifully for you because you'll get that Meryl, possibly a shiny one, and you just have to trade back and forth with that person. Maybe you both get a shiny, maybe you get good IVs from it. And so that's a way you can go about doing it. But if you don't have anyone to trade and you're just doing the Meryl Research Day by itself, then that's basically all you have to do. Try and get something that is maybe 10, 15, 15 that are just 10, 10, 10. You're going to want something a little more different, so don't invest too much Stardust or XP, or candy into this PvP Azumarill, but it will still get you in the door with it.
Yeah.
And I would definitely suggest waiting until you have a... What's the name? So if you can actually hatch a Azurill, then use the Stardust trick and give that a new attack prior to doing all the other stuff. It's going to be the best route, get you the cheaper...
Right, it'll be the cheapest way to do it.
Cheapest way to get the second charge move. Because if you can get an Azurill, then it'll save you a good 40k Stardust. Because a Azumarill and a Meryl will actually cost you 40,000 Stardust. Now, for someone that's just getting into PvP and not really too crazy on PvP, you probably have the Stardust to spare. So it's cool. Go for it. Any starter accounts, just get something in the door there. Azumarill is typing with, what's the name? Bubble and Ice Beam are just good enough as is.
Yeah.
So you just got to play your matches the right way, know when you can win the fight, when you need to swap out, but the Water Fairy typing is on point, and you can typically win a good amount of matchups with just the typing itself.
Azumarill is such a tank.
In general, the IVs are for maxing out the battles and getting the best possible ways. So, best possible matchups.
Sluggo nearby. Hold on. See if I can trick it. That's the new one, right? Sluggo?
Yes, Slugoo.
Slugoo.
Mm-hmm.
Turn my location off and back on. That usually helps me drift. Maybe I'll get it.
Okay.
We'll see.
You're Fast and the Furious style?
Yeah. Tokyo. Call this South Jersey Drift.
Okay. Let's see if Go Field Guide actually has the research on here. Oh yeah, so if you want, one of the things you can do to prep for the Marill Day a little more is do the... never mind. That's probably not going to help you that much.
Hello, shiny boy. Little shiny bouncy boy.
Oh.
Yeah, he cute.
If you get the regular research task for 10 berries to help catch Pokemon, you can stock up on them if you want to catch an extra Marill during research day, cash it in, and maybe it has a higher chance of being shiny.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. I do know that will typically happen, any research or shinies that are unlocked during that. If you evolve it, make sure you give it... Pokemon was saying to evolve the...
I got 2 shiny regular Marills. I'll evolve one of those. I'm not evolving another shiny bouncy boy. That's my... If
you do, give it the second charge move. That way, if you do trade someone, that'll be a little more high value, so...
I mean, fair, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I am going to walk to the back of my apartment and see if I can catch this Sligoo. Hold on.
I guess we'll just catch his drift. Let me see if I can find that research real quick. It should be special research. Nope. This app is the Go Field Guide app. It's usually my go-to. Go Field Guide. Let me see if I have a... There we go. Is it? Yeah, it's got a lot of nice things. Oh yeah, it's awesome. They have a spot where you can actually have like sharing trainer codes in there. They have a separate app for doing raids. They call it their trainer chat. So Go Trainer Chat. I think we talked about it before. Basically, a raid will pop up. You already have your information saved on here. So once you click on there and there's room in the raid, you'll actually be accepted to the raid. It'll copy the host friend code to your clipboard. So you just have to go into Pokemon Go and add it to your friend list. Everyone gets sent the friend invite. And then from there...
Nothing. I couldn't get it to happen.
happens.
Yeah, but Zelda was insistent on being picked up, so she's now here with me.
Yeah, for Go Field Guide, there's raids, shows you all the different ones that are out currently. Usually they're just like maybe a couple hours or maybe a day behind with some stuff, but typically they get all the raids added in. Once Sylph Road knows, they can pick the information off of there. And they have everything preloaded, so it'll let you know weak against, boosted in, CP ranges, the attacker level for the average Pokemon that you have. So if you have average Pokemon will be level 20. Minimum trainers needed for there. Yeah. If everyone has a level 50 Pokemon, then you could possibly duo a Megalopunny or other stuff like that, but there's a whole bunch of different things you can do with it. The raids really come in handy for just helping out people if you're
just
jumping
whether or
into...
not you're actually going to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's worse than sitting in a especially a raid lobby and going,
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 of us. Well, if I'm using, this is my team, but I don't know what their team is.
Mm-hmm. The news section on here is really good for the events because it'll show you the active events first, whatever is going on, and then it'll show you the upcoming events, anything that's been there.
Yeah, that's dope.
And all the way down, you can see the past events and see what was previously done. And they will actually send you a notification from the Go Field Guide app on when a event is going to be happening as well. So it'll let you know like an hour or maybe 20-30 minutes before an event starts. And then it'll also send you a notification for when it actually does start. Because sometimes the ones that come in through Pokemon Go are a little behind.
Yeah. Nothing like getting in a... for the next hour, raids will appear more often at 6:50.
Yeah.
Why are you sending me this?
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Leave me alone.
Yeah, so... I believe they grab most of their stuff off of the Sylph Road. So they'll have the stuff for like each region. So that's why for 5-kilometer eggs, it'll say that you could get a Pansage, Panpour, Pansear. Because those ones will be 5-kilometer eggs, but because they're regionals, it will only be from Pokestops in that region. Yeah. A lot of ones in there. For 10-kilometer eggs, Siglif is another regional. But typically it's all the other stuff. Good there. Gift eggs, 7-kilometer eggs. Strange eggs, 12-kilometer eggs. Adventure Sync eggs. Now that they have the information at the bottom of the eggs itself, it'll tell you the chances, but it's still going to be a little tricky to figure out from there. Oh boy. Doing ashamed of myself. So, clicking on an egg, it'll show you them as itself.
See this?
1 egg hatch has a chance of hatching 1 out of the 4. 3 egg hatches, 1 chance out of 3. The 4th egg, you're more likely to get... I'm not sure exactly what they mean by all this, so... It's probably just like 25% chance. It's percentages. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff they have in here for a Go Field Guy that really comes in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you see, I usually just scroll through it and just bring up everything on there for it. because my notes are usually a wreck. So if it's news, just bring it up here, and then whatever else comes to mind, we'll talk about.
Yeah.
What else was it? Okay, so.
Yeah, I hate the news section as well. I never open it up, and oftentimes when I load the game in, I skip a little new in Pokemon or whatever until I'm like, wait a minute, that was like 2 weeks ago. And I had to see details just to get it to go away. So, with on that one.
Yeah, we still have the Luminous event going on with the Dragon and Fairy type Pokemon.
I need to beat up more Rocket Grunts.
Which it's kind of nice they actually increased the spawns for at least some of the Dragon types.
Yeah, for real. Catching every Dratini I see just to try to get this Dragon Platinum or whatever.
Are you evolving them as well for the meta?
No.
No, you don't have the extra candy?
I don't have all that candy. No, I don't have all that candy. I've got a couple powerful Dragonites that I powered up back in the day.
I'm still sitting at like 4,100.
Tell you how many. Yeah, what? You're a maniac. What? I have 1,154. So no.
Out of how many catches?
Not a lot.
How many catches?
How many have I caught?
How many?
Hold on, let me open it up.
Because I've caught 681. 11 Dragonites. 83 Dragonairs.
Caught 83? Good googly. Alright, Dratinis.
Well, probably half of them was this event itself.
Seen 339, caught 321.
Okay.
1 lucky, 2 purified. Dragonairs, I've seen 29, I've caught 28.
Yeah. See, I kind of wish they would change that, because we know that first scene is from a gym.
It's probably from a gym. Yeah.
Yeah. It
like
completely
this
is.
Dragonite, scene 13, caught 11.
Mm-hmm.
That seems high. To just have.
Well, one of them sounds like it was probably just in the wild and it ran away.
Yeah.
Like if you ever did a Dragonite raid, something like that.
Oh, I guess that's true.
You caught 543. How many candies did you get? How much candy do you have for them?
Y'all are wilding out.
Well, you gotta have this. Basically, I'll pineapple any pseudo legendary.
Yeah.
And any starter. And if I'm feeling good, typically I'll pineapple whatever else I can, because now in the days of extra large and just evolving everything else, it's usually a good way for it.
Dropped an incense just to do it. My first spawn was a bag on. Which is I personally relate to, because a lot of the times people are like, yeah, put this bag on before we do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. My issue with the Dragonite candies, or Dratini candies, is I caught 89 shiny back at Community Day, and I was like, evolve, power.
Okay, gotcha.
That's where a lot of my candies went.
Yeah, so Pokemon, you had 1872 for candies, and you just used a bunch for powering up a 98% Dragonite. That's understandable.
Oh.
I guess I am the crazy one, but well, no, I have almost double the amount caught, so I don't know.
I've been playing more Snap than you, and I don't know if you know this, but there is no Pokemon in the game more photogenic than that guy right there.
Oh. He's just a Beto doof.
He's not a groundhog, he's a ground ham.
Yeah.
Like, hey. Hey. Posing.
There are some nice moments for him, yeah.
Some of my pictures, my Dragonite, or my Bidoof pictures are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so freaking cute.
Especially the times that he's twigging out like that, so.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure some people have gotten the best damn pictures possible with them, so. Yeah, I think I may have to do a good damn picture with a Bidoof tomorrow, too. Okay, we're dragging out this conversation. Okay, so... What else were we talking about?
I loaded this up to see how close I was in the dragon candy, and the dragon medal, and I've just been sitting here catching stuff.
Oh, that's right. How far are you? Holy
Find out
crap.
once I catch the Stratini.
Apparently I just caught like a 98% one.
And yeah. Bidoof.
But he's got to visit the professor.
No, I'm catching like a 334 Dratini. Another bag on. Good googly.
What else is it now? Okay, so after this Luminous event, after the 17th, so after the reward for this event. Well, no, actually. We're all out of whack right now. We skipped around. We're still going on about Community Day.
We do this all the time.
You know, no, we'll keep going on with this. So, a lot of people were actually complaining about how the bar wasn't showing up for the fairy types because they wanted to actively track the 11 plus million players that are catching fairy types during an event. They wanted to see people catch the 400 million Pokemon and actively watch that tick up. Meanwhile, it's what broke Team Go Rocket last month for just raids itself. So, no, we don't need that right now.
My Dragon Tamer medal is at 840 of 2500.
Okay.
Not gonna happen this go around.
Are you pineapping every dragon type?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then just.
I mean, that doesn't help me with my medal. I guess if you want to do some
you do the evolutions. If you need the proof. Okay, I am at. Where is it?
You've also seen 3 times as many Tratinis as I have.
I've caught 1710 in means of dragon type Pokemon out of 2500. 1710. Let's see. Evolved Dratini. So I was at 1710.
Should be 1711.
And 1711.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it works. Just so
people I know it works.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to waste the candies.
Okay, then enjoy dragging out that medal because
I will.
You're missing out on the percentage point for catching dragon types.
Not that big a deal.
Yeah, I know, but still. In means of this game, if there's a 1% chance you could increase your chance of catching things, you might want to take it because that Pokemon will just be gone forever.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, everyone was complaining about the medal not showing up for catching the 400 or 500 million Pokemon, fairy type Pokemon that is. And people were obviously complaining before the event actually came out and all the fairy types actually came out.
Gizmo.
about all of that stuff. So other than that, Luminous Legend event ends in 8 days, timed research. I think it rewards, Super Rocket Radar after step 3, I think.
Yeah.
Which means for the month of May or June, I think they have Shadow Moltres right now, right?
I don't know. I could find out pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yep. They have Shadow Moltres during May. So if you happen to save the one from last month, the tricky one, you could get 2 Shadow Moltres from there. And then I think you can get a third one from the Luminous Legends event too. So if you want 3 Shadow Moltres, the Shadow Firebirds, use your Rocket Radar now. Otherwise, there will be the other chance at Zapdos next month. For like the first week or so.
I got a Rocket Radar done. I keep seeing the balloons. I keep thinking about fighting Giovanni, but I never do it.
Well, with the balloons, it's super easy now.
He's all over the place all the time, which sucks because I can't defeat Rocket Grunts because every balloon is Giovanni.
You know how to fix that?
How?
Open your items.
Uh-huh.
Go down to your radar.
Okay.
Unequip.
Really?
Yep. The balloons won't show up as Giovanni or as the team leaders if it's unequipped. If you equip it, the next balloon will be one of them. That's how the free-to-play account is surviving.
Okay.
Because
do that tomorrow.
I did like 1 or 2 raids on. I did like 1 or 2 raids, and it leveled up a few times from the XP event that just happened. So from the levels, sorry. Well, glad we taught you something. Usually, most of us will want to get rid of Most of us want to get rid of the Rocket Radars as soon as possible, because if you still have the Rocket Radars in your possession, then you can't acquire the mysterious components. So typically, most people don't really talk about it too much, unless we're talking about Giovanni being a complete pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
But because the free-to-play account doesn't have that many strong Pokemon, I'm not investing Stardust in some random stuff that's not really going to help me any.
But it's going to get replaced.
Exactly. I only had like a few things in there, so going up against some of the leaders after I leveled up to like level 27, the leaders were actually putting up a fight this time. They get progressively tougher as the levels go on. So I just basically unequipped the radar, waited until I got a better Pokemon, and then I went on and fought them. What else we got going on? Oh, right. So with the 3K... No. The 3X XP has been achieved. It gets activated for next week's event. Next week's event will bring out Shiny Ponyta. And with that Shiny Ponyta... I know how to click on stuff. The special bonus. We also get Pancham will be introduced in raids and eggs, I believe.
It's my buddy. I'm ready.
So it'll be in raids. Where is it? So from May 11th to May 17th, Shiny Galarian Ponyta and Pancham released. I feel like there's something else I'm missing here. Is that really all?
That sounds it. Like nothing sounds like you're leaving it out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's just how the special bonus is. While we're on this, it was hinted in the code that the way that you will be able to evolve Pancham into Pangoro will be you'll need to equip it as a buddy, and I believe it was capture 33 dark type Pokemon.
Okay.
Because in the game, you needed to have a dark type Pokemon in your party and level it up to level 33 in order for it to evolve. Because they needed to have a darker presence for it to learn and mimic off of in order to become that dark fighting type.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny Galarian Ponyta. It'll be in researches, it'll be in raids. You might be able to hatch it out of a 7-kilometer egg. And it'll be through the event bonuses for the 7-day streaks. I'm sitting on mine now.
Yeah, I just opened mine up this morning.
I believe if I don't cash it in, then it'll stay with the possibility. So I can wait a bit of time for it. But the second that I actually click to redeem and cash in the Stardust, the item, and the Ponyta, that deletes the chance at it actually coming out as a shiny, because it's already nailed its IVs, it's already nailed the CP, and whatever shiny chances. It's communicated with the code, so it's done. What else was it? Oh, Caterpie. See, no cowboy hat.
God, I hope it never happens.
Yeah.
Because there's no precedent for it. It's just that one person's idea.
It really depends on whether it would be a phenomenon and would benefit them to spend the money for the entire game to develop.
Whoever runs that account has annoyed so many people. Not happening.
I mean, technically, but okay. They can always block if they're really that annoyed.
That's all I ever see. It's like they tweet something out, and then that guy's like, Caterpie, please. Cowboy hat Caterpie, please. And they're like,
yeah.
Dude, you ever stop?
Well, now other people are doing it now, too.
Oh, boy.
I think I saw Ash's Primeape on there with Ash's cap on it. Some other random stuff.
Yeah, but there's never been a cowboy hat Caterpie.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it's going to come down to the Pokemon Company, or if it goes into Pokemon Unite. Now, if it goes into Pokemon Unite and they end up having a Caterpie Butterfree Cowboy style, then it's a possibility.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I don't see it much.
No.
Okay, so that's basically that. What else we got?
That's that, mister. That's that.
So in addition to that, so have you already gotten your vaccine?
I have not. I keep getting emails about getting signed up for it, but I've been working so damn much. It's been 12-hour days pretty much all week for the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
I just have to take some, I guess I just need to really like, all right, I'm not coming in Tuesday. I'm signing up for this thing. Plus, I want to do it so like Laura and I can do it together, so we don't have to take 4 trips. We can just do it one, but whatever.
Oh, okay, I got you now. Well, it's kind of. Oh yeah, that's why I kind of wanted you guys to do the whole Wawa thing. So. Oh yeah, you got your second shot down. Nice.
Yeah, man. Good job. Congrats.
I just got mine 2 days ago, so.
Knock you on your ass?
No, that was good.
No? All right, word.
Yeah, I barely feel it now. I feel as though it's really dependent on, like, how much muscle they have there. Because a lot of people, I feel like they might not have much muscle on their shoulder, so they're just skin and bone, so they're going to feel the shot for longer, maybe, or...
I don't know. I don't know.
That, or it's just... I don't know. That's weird.
Correct.
Maybe I'm just over-caffeinated, so I metabolize stuff a lot faster.
That's also possible, I think. Maybe.
That or the branched-chain amino acids that I take for muscle soreness actually brought it down faster as well. I don't know, there's a lot of useless studies that some people could actually do for this stuff, but we'll figure it out. We won't. But what I was trying to say was some businesses, Wawa has it for their employees, they'll actually have a little get-together, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have a clinic. They'll put on a clinic. You go together with your family, with your family, and actually go there, get the shots, and then you'll go back in 3 or 2 weeks, whatever it is.
Right.
So I had already signed up for the one in Glassboro, so I signed up and did that one. And the military is actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was at the Rowan College, because colleges aren't really in session, so...
Right.
You basically got to the parking lot. The longest part of it was just walking to each station. So basically, I got in there 9:35. By the time that I actually walked through each of the stations, I spent like maybe less than a minute at each station, because they just check the ID, check your registration, make sure you have your vaccine card if you're there for your second shot, make sure you're doing this, you have your appointment time, you just bring up the email, it has a QR code, they scan it, confirm that's you, scan it, confirm it's you, go to all the different checkpoints, you sit down, talk to someone, they ask you your symptoms and stuff. Or not symptoms, but they ask what if you're allergic to anything. Have you had a vaccine in the last week? Because you're not supposed to overlap after a certain range, because it could overload your system. Which is why they spread it out so much. Sorry, this Pokemon's giving me a lot of work here.
Oh. Little help there.
There we go. Excellent. Okay, so in addition to... Basically, the longest part of that was that I simply just had to walk to each station. Certain campuses, certain clinics might be a lot faster, but my appointment was 9:45. I showed up 10 minutes before, walked to each station, didn't have to wait for this specific appointment to start, and I basically was out of there before 10 o'clock, I think, so. Oh, they do have you, yeah, because after you get your shot, they have you sit in a observation area just to make sure that you don't get wrecked by it. So it's funny, I was actually there for my second shot, and because it was a college, I was just sitting there in the chair, and I was thinking, I'm gonna just hang out here. I'm just gonna beat this gym, gonna do this raid, and they're not really gonna think anything about it, right? So you have like a little sticker on you saying the time frame, and the EMTs are there and they're watching, and they're like, "Everything feeling all right? Doing okay?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm just catching Pokemon. Sorry, I'm all good." And I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen, but it happens." So that was the interesting. Yeah, 15 minutes. Well, at I think the 10-minute mark, they're like, okay, anyone's whose sticker says 9:50 to 10 o'clock, if you're feeling all right, you're good to go. So if you're there up to your time, that's when they check up on you. Or I think I sat at the a back seat of it. I sat towards the back because I'm one of the cool kids, and there was like a large group of people that were already there. So I think he thought that I was part of the other group that already flushed out of there. So they were like, "Oh, this guy, I don't know about him. Let me go check on him." They needed something to do, so. But yeah, it's run really well, so no issues there. I didn't have any issues with the shot. Some people were saying their arm was sore a little bit after.
Yeah, it's not there's not a whole lot going on with
Yeah.
as far as whatever side effects or whatever. It's really just soreness. Sometimes it knocks you on your ass for the day. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Or not sometimes, but for some people.
Yeah, I would kind of like to see if a vaccine distribution center could actually apply to Niantic and get lures, maybe. They could be like, okay, lures are going to be set up on this day. Anyone who gets their vaccine on this day has a chance to catch more Pokemon or something. There were people already luring up Pokestops there, and I was catching a few things, which may have got me in trouble, but still. The only challenge with incentivizing people to go to a vaccine site is after they've already gotten it. But maybe it could be something like a raid, or I don't know. This is just floating the idea for Niantic, basically. So
yeah, come on, guys, get it together. We're never going to reach herd immunity if people stop taking the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get, I think it's like 70%, I think. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're at, but it's not that, we're not quite there.
Yeah, well, we might get there eventually. That, or what's the name? We'll either get there, or the fall will have a fallout for the people that actually want to be the guinea pigs, that don't want to go through another fall with all of the other stuff. Because, people are going to be stupid and try and travel.
Oh, yeah.
And try and say, oh, yeah, I'm not going to Florida.
Hell no.
Nope.
I got friends in Florida. Oh, they hate it. They're mad. Like, why, Florida? Why? Why do you got to live up to your reputation?
Yeah, let's try not to bash too much with them.
I'm good.
So, random factoid. On Hulu, there is a Nickelodeon documentary talking about it was from 2018, I think, But basically, it was all the people that started up Nickelodeon talking about all the classic nostalgia Nickelodeon shows. Did you see it?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's called the. I think it's called the Orange Years.
I watched one about Nick Arcade, but that was it. That's all I watched.
They talked about that too.
A ton of money, and they built their own interactive video game and stuff.
Oh, it was just like some dream stuff for like eventually to work into the gym.
13-year-old me was losing his mind watching that stuff. Or 8, I don't know how old I was when it was out. I'm gonna find out. We'll find out exactly when Nick Arcade ran.
Yeah, let me know.
We're still in the Super Nintendo era, because some of the games they would play on the little consoles, the little like arcade whatevers, were original release was 92. I would have been 10.
92, yeah.
That's not too bad. That's the.
Yeah, too early for me, but still. I still watch the reruns back when reruns were a thing.
Yeah, I wonder how many seasons there were.
Well, they had to basically
invent how many episodes
their own game, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were talking about how back then they could slide so much stuff under the radar. So like Ren and Stimpy with all their nonsense started on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And all the stuff. I think it eventually went to MTV, and they eventually got it. But
Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
It got rebooted by Spike TV, I think.
Spike TV, that's right.
And it was not good. Because it took all like the nuance away, and they were like, "Yeah, just do whatever you want," and it just was like, "This isn't what made it funny." It was like the funniness was the having to be sly about the adult humor that's in there.
Yeah.
4 episodes of this Nick Arcade. What are we talking about? How do we get to where we get to? All right.
Well, he meant Pokemon mentioned Florida, so I was reminded
it's clearly
that
Florida to Nick Arcade. That makes total sense. On our Augmented Reality podcast.
Yeah.
At least Nick Arcade had Augmented Reality, so that tracks.
They did, and it's kind of a dream that maybe eventually. You can basically do like CrossFit but fun with all the different challenges. You can make physical challenges, bring back guts the right way.
I was gonna say there's two things. You have a choice between the two. Do you want to do the aggro crag, or do you want to do the final game in Nick Arcade, facing the wizard or whatever the wizard was that episode?
Jeez, yeah, I remember. Oh,
which one? I think the aggro crag would be mine. No, I don't know. Maybe not.
The aggro crag felt a little more safe. The wizard, I feel like that was nightmare fuel. I can't really remember it too well, but geez.
I think that the aggro crag is more straightforward. It's like, these are the things you have to do.
It's kind of making me think of, like, what if there was, like, D&D bodybuilders doing that type of stuff? One's the wizard, just throwing medicine balls at you.
Or you gotta do the final obstacle in American Gladiators.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the Nick Arcade thing was it looked frustrating because you're in like a green room, you know, and you're doing all this, and you have to watch yourself on a monitor to know what's going on. That just seems frustrating.
Okay, yeah. It sounds about right, yeah.
Looks cool on the outside, but
well, that's the thing with technology being the way it is these days. It could be like snap responses, especially with those augmented reality glasses.
Yep, I did do that with the glasses too.
Yeah. And then we'll just throw in a real ball for the fun of it and see who actually gets hit with it. And see if they freak out if they actually touch it. Like, oh my god, that was a real one.
Ah!
Okay, enough of that tangent. So the other thing I wanted to mention here was, do we think that the global safety bonuses will actually stay, or do you think
I don't think they're
keep
going to
some
go
of them?
when they're saying they're up.
Yeah, I feel like some of them will stay. Like they've already said that the range for GBL the walking requirement for GBL isn't going to come back.
Yeah.
So that's definitely going to not exist anymore. More gifts from Pokestops. They want people out more, so that may stay and become baseline because it's up to 400 friends now.
Mm-hmm.
3 times Stardust and XP for daily Pokemon catch. I don't think that's that impactful, so I don't think really people are going to miss that too much. The double incense effectiveness will definitely be missed if they do not bring that back.
Yeah.
But it will be nice to finally have buffs that will overlap again, as opposed to one's going for another hour or another half an hour and you might want to activate something else to it. Buddies bring you more items more often. That might stay. That or they just won't tell you about it. I don't know. But the boosted damage in remote raids, I kind of feel like that one's a definite that is going to disappear at the end of this.
Oh, absolutely.
So we have another month and a half or so of it. And we'll see what happens from there. But
yeah,
the boosted damage for raid invites, I think they definitely want players going out into the world again to explore and encourage things. Depending on how well remote raids actually did for them. Because they kept things stable, so they may see if, like, okay, if these people are always traveling, then I don't know. Nah, it's tricky. We'll see what they decide.
Yeah.
So we'll find that out in probably the next month or so. I don't think they'll actually take out remote raid passes.
No, I think that's a thing. I think that's staying for sure.
It's gonna stay, but the damage increase that has been currently working with it won't stay.
Dissipate.
Which I think it might create some bugs. Because I think if the damage bonus... certain locations where, okay, you're waiting on someone to jump into this raid, meanwhile they're like 4 blocks away, and you don't beat it because you're not in range, so the damage was decreased. That could be a problem, because once they finally get in range and then try to jump in and they need to do more damage, that's when it's going to create problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raiders are creative. They'll figure out the solutions.
Oh, definitely.
Because honestly speaking, if I'm in a raid and we fail on the first time, if I don't already have something mega evolved, it's going to be mega evolved before the next lobby, so...
yeah.
It's just something that we can now do with Mega Pokemon, which is a really nice thing. Plus, it gives the damage bonus. So if you notice Bob and Jan down the street over there, they're using Ice-type Pokemon as a counter. They're not matching with the weather bonus here. You may want to switch up the Mega Pokemon that you have to account for them being a little silly. because those are the Pokemon that they have a better thing with it. Even now, with inviting random people who use Tauros to fight against Xerneas, with debuffing the attacks, I don't know how we can win Megas and 5 stars. Yeah, I think that's just a lot of people getting back into the game again.
Yeah, definitely.
Because with the referral system and how easily it is to invite people, I've resisted the urge multiple times to jump into the trainer chat thing and just join up with a random group that's doing a 5-star raid or a mega raid, because yeah, the free-to-play account has that free pass, but I don't need to risk it jumping into a raid like that and getting banned or something like that. Or just bringing down the entire group, because maybe they have extra people or maybe they don't, and it's just going to come down to a courtesy thing. And it's kind of how it is with everything. And the groups that actually take the time to educate everyone on the right things to be playing with are the ones that end up staying. And the ones that decide to lash out at the people that are bringing the terrible stuff eventually stop playing, which means your gyms don't get flipped as fast, which means you don't get your coin.
Yeah.
Or you get kicked out of the group. And certain locations, there's only so many groups, and there's a select niche of players. And with Pokemon Go players, outside of quarantine and all that, typically they're very tight-knit and will talk with each other. The Ingress players, if they knew that someone was multi-accounting or doing anything against the TOS or against standard player courtesy, they would have a player of the same faction call them out for it, or they would call them out for it, see if they're doing it because they just don't know, and if they're doing it for malicious reasons, then they're going to out them from every possible means. They're going to blow them up in any other thing, make sure that they don't get involved with First Saturdays, and sometimes just report them and get all of their stuff taken out. Out of space again. Sorry. What else is it? That was decent. And that's why I keep everything. Okay, so.
Well.
What else are we talking about? So we could we didn't fully go into the community day. I feel like we do this every community day. Do you think there is another thing to incentivize players to play on a specific day / community day besides shiny Pokemon?
Like if
shiny Pokemon, if Pokemon Company just said no more shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go, you can't have it for community days, it devalues the shiny and effect of that Pokemon, what would they actually have to bring about?
I mean, you still have the focus on that specific Pokemon, so you can grind candy, the bonus for whatever bonus is for that specific month, whether it's Stardust or catch or XP or whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
Egg distance, and then you've got the exclusive move. So I think Shiny's just a bonus on top of it.
True.
Like a lot of times, it's like some community days I'll go out and I'll be like, okay, I need my 3 shinies and I'm good to go. Like this has no bearing in the meta. The whatever move it's gonna have is not great. I don't need. This is like before they up to the level cap. I was like, I don't really need experience, so I'm not really worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
Go out, get my 3 shinies, be done. You know, especially if it's one I don't need candies for. Like,
what if?
But and there are other days I'm like, yeah, give me that Stardust. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, so it'd basically still be a grind session for candy, Stardust. But it kind of... I think shinies are the nice part about it because it's the randomness of it.
Yeah.
So you can basically turn to anyone in the park and be like, oh, how many shinies you catch so far?
How'd you doing? How many shinies you got? Yeah, there's always that one person that doesn't do well, and everybody's got theirs. Like, I still haven't found one. It's been 2.5 hours.
Oh.
Starting to freak out. You're like, come on, man, you can do it.
Yeah.
And there's other people like...
It's happened to me a few times.
My wife that has clicked on it first try. Shiny! Like, we haven't even got there. We're walking to the park.
Oh, it just switched on to the event. Oh, shiny.
Shiny.
So, it still kind of comes into, like, the whole grind thing.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, what if during community days, you got, like, a special ball that the Pokemon is captured in? So, Pokemon caught during a certain community day during a certain month will actually get instead of just a Pokeball, all the balls that you use will automatically change to the community day coloration. And it'll have like a special effect when you throw it out. That could be a cool way to incentivize players playing during that time frame.
Yeah.
But it can still kind of feel like it'll just be a grind, and I don't feel like it's... Too much grind is nice in other locations, but in means of that niche factor, I don't think it really gets people specifically wanting to be out during that specific time frame or request off of work. Unless... The ball effect would be nice. Unless it was a randomized type thing. I don't know.
Update. Breaking news here on this podcast for a couple people that won't translate to the recording later, but the rocket has crashed into the Indian Ocean near Maldives. So we're all safe for now. There's no debris left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they finally added the volume control. Oh yeah, there it is. So you can now...
Oh, hell yeah.
Increase the music, decrease the sound. A very welcome change. It's kind of funny, early on, when Pokemon Go first came out, I specifically submitted a help ticket or a email. And I was like, hey, is there any way that we could get a control knob for the volume / the music so I can listen to it but not have my eardrums blared out while I'm playing the game, because I want to listen to other things on my device. And see, my question is whether the rocket actually stayed together or if it broke up. Oh, no, you're fine. Back in the day when I had submitted the ticket, like a week or two after that, it came out with an update that would actually close out of whenever you opened up Pokemon Go, it would actually close out of any music inside your phone as well. So they somehow put through the thing that would actually stop music from playing on your device and would only allow Pokemon Go music to play, or when Pokemon Go is open, all other sounds are closed out. And then that went on for like maybe a month or two, and then everyone got up in arms about it and was complaining, and they finally reverted it back. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not submitting any more ideas to them because they took it the wrong way and just decided to control everything. Thanks, Niantic. Love you too. And now we just podcast about it.
Yeah.
I wonder if instead of shinies, they do like special effects. It's just, it's so tricky with everything.
Hats.
Well, they already do the shinies with hats.
No. Community Day. No
like...
shinies, but Community Day with hats. That's it. Your whatever day it is, Meryl Day or something.
Just nothing but Hatanas and Hatterines, yeah.
That's all of them. Oh, now I need a Hatterene with a hat. Or what's the big purple ghost? That's basically a hat, like the witch's hat.
That's Hatterene, yeah.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah, because it goes Hatena, Hatney? I don't know. Kahata.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
It's too soon. But see, I see what everyone's talking about it devaluing shinies for Community Day, and people have been talking about this for a long time, that okay, you get 20 plus shinies for a Community Day, you have no reason to worry about catching a shiny for that Pokemon ever again, unless you're trying to min-max and get 100% for that shiny Pokemon there. Most people, when it comes to shinies, they're done after they get the full species line. So they'll get the first 3 of them, 3 shinies, and then they're done. They're good with that. But I feel as though the Pokemon Company is perfectly fine with this, because eventually they're going to rework shinies.
Probably.
Because Generation 1 to Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn, all of their shinies are, well, Hoenn's a little better, but most of the shinies are abysmal. It's a small color scheme change that worked for the single color scheme of the Game Boy systems and the 8-bit system. But these days, with the wide spread of colors, with everything in the main series games, with all the different colorations, they've changed a few of them in Galar. But I feel as though in probably the next game after Legends, they're going to have a rework for shiny Pokemon. Because if you think about it, what way to, unless they're redoing every generation like they tried doing with Generation 5, to reinvent the new ways for Pokemon to become more interesting by changing up shiny Pokemon, changing up ways to get them. Like they now have Pokemon Snap, maybe the ways that, which we'll probably see with Pokemon Legends, the Legends of Arceus. I think it's Arceus. Yeah, Arceus.
I think it's Arceus, yeah.
They have you creating the very first Pokédex, but it's basically a sketchbook, which you're sneaking around, which it could be their way of doing, okay, this is the Pokédex. You're watching and monitoring the Pokemon and their interactions. So you're going to record it, and after recording so many Pokemon, you then start noticing them going to a certain location or seeing a breeding cycle happen, and that's when you end up encountering the rare species of the albino, the shiny Pokemon, as we know them as.
Right.
Because shiny Pokemon technically do happen in the wild, except they typically don't live long because, one, the parents will either kill them, two, they don't have the advantages of other species, of the ones of their species, so they're learning from an orange tiger how to creep through the grass, how to maneuver around everything. Meanwhile, the white tiger is going to stick out like a sore thumb, so it's not going to be able to compete and eat or do the same thing that the orange tiger can do, or they get targeted by everything. So that could be the way that they introduce a new form of shinies with everything. But we'll see how the Legend of Arceus actually rolls out and whether they do stuff like that. Because it's with Pokemon Snap and how much people are actually loving it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of replayability when it comes to capturing Pokemon in more than one way than just throwing a Pokeball. Capturing the behavior, learning from it, and seeing how they interact with everything else. What else is there? What? I think that's just about all we should cover for tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of went on some random tangents. I'll have fun editing.
No,
this.
never. We never do that. Never happens. Don't know what you're talking about. Lies. All lies. No. I won't take these accusations laying down. I shake on my fist.
As a fun note, while we're talking about the experimentation of new stuff, if you were a mad scientist,
oh God,
what scientific experiment would you run if money and ethics weren't a factor?
I know this one. This one I actually have an answer for.
Yeah.
I would definitely try to figure out how. I can't not remember the name of what it's called. It was a bad Johnny Depp movie where he uploaded his brain or his consciousness.
Oh.
Convergence or something. I can't remember what it's called.
Right?
Yeah, but that's definitely what I would like.
The brain upload thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think there was a show on Amazon Prime called, I think it was Upload.
Yeah, that's Upload. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. It was a kind of interesting point, but I think I saw it on Black Mirror first.
Probably.
Yeah. Have you seen all of Black Mirror?
No, I've only seen a couple of them. I need to watch them, but I just never.
Transcendence, that's what it was.
Transcendence, yep, that's it. Good looking out.
Yeah. Transcendence makes me think of my Windwalker monk from WoW. Because that was the move to teleport from different things. But
I will tell you what Transcendence that makes me think of, and this is a deep dive into my psyche. Years and years ago, back when Four Loko was still dangerous.
Oh. You mean when it was legal? What?
No, like when it was like, oh, we're gonna like we need to pull the stuff off the shelves and
Oh,
reformulate
yeah.
it. Yeah. Before it got like in trouble.
Yeah.
I mixed it with a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna get as just out of control as I can.
Jeez.
And I ended up on the roof of the loft I was living in the town with all of the throw pillows, screaming about how I had transcended, launching the throw pillows down at people that were trying to talk me off the roof. I have transcended. It was rough.
At least you only had pillows.
Terrible. Well, it was a flat roof, with a wall around the top. It was like a
okay.
a
roof deck,
like a storefront.
Oh, okay,
and I lived in a loft above it, so it was So it wasn't like I was like in any real danger of like falling off or slipping and falling off, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely got a little out of control.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Didn't go to jail though, so it's a success, and I'm still alive. So
yeah, they were just pillows. So
yeah, and I wasn't throwing it at like strangers. I was throwing it at people that I knew.
Yeah, and I think if it wasn't for Loco, people probably would have thought you were a roof feed.
Yeah, I was in a weird headspace that night. That stuff messed me up. Yeah, that's my transcendent story. Let's never talk about that again. Thank God it's not on the internet for everybody to see for when they go back and build my consciousness out of everything that's on the internet. That's going to be stuck in there. Thank God.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what they ended up doing there, because it would take all of your impressions from social media and all the other stuff that you've interacted with.
Yep. Every evidence of you.
Although, that's the way that they did it there. The Ready Player 1 or Ready Player 2, the second book, they had like a second form of a headset.
Okay.
And if you put it on, it would actually take a recording of your brain and brain waves. So it would actually save the images from there. So it'd be a little more realistic with everything.
A little more to date.
Yeah.
What are we checking Twitter for there?
Huh?
Pokey. Pokemon Mom says, check Twitter before you leave. What are we checking? What's going on?
Before I leave. Like on stream?
I don't know. It's
Thanks, Pokemon. Appreciate that. Yeah, we got to start tweeting about our own stuff too sometimes. So.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. I'm gonna throw that a like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
So I guess this was also the same question, same answer you probably already gave, but if you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done?
This one I really don't know. I think at different points in my life, there's different answers, but I don't know right now.
From the things I know of you...
Stop! Stop! Come here.
If I had to say anything at the moment, I would probably say for you, it would probably be... You were too opinionated at the wrong person. So that would probably be like the main thing.
This is possible.
Yeah,
no, I would get arrested for resisting arrest with no other charges. They'd be like, "Wait, what did you do?" Oh, I was talking back. What were they arresting me for? They weren't. They were just trying to detain me, and I didn't want them to. I was like, no, you can't lawfully do this. And it didn't matter. Now I've been charged with resisting arrest, despite not being charged with anything else.
It's like the kid at the preschool.
Mm-hmm. 10 years ago, drunk in public. Not now. I've got beers in my fridge from New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. So
you're the one that's still holding on to Corona.
Yeah, for real. Can't take these shots. It's just can't handle it.
You just fully intoxicate yourself. Just those are the only shots you can handle these days.
That's it.
I think if I were arrested, friends and family. I don't know.
Stay exactly. Trespassing. I was catching this over here. Yeah, but it's after dark. Get out of the park.
I think that's probably what most Pokemon Go players would probably get arrested for.
Yeah.
Trespassing or just... I can't remember if I did it before. In Maze Landing, there was a random little walkway leading to a funeral parlor. Because they had a gazebo in the back. And it always had a really good spawn right by the gazebo by the water. And I was like, okay, just full focus. Focus on this. Look at the phone. Maybe you got lost. You're just going to go there. Get in range. Am I in range? Am I in range? Did the Pokemon pop up? Did it? There. Good. Okay, now I turn away.
Yeah. Pokemon, it's a shady guy in the car. I've done that many times. I've gotten stopped twice by the police. And had to be a grown-ass adult saying... Oh, officer, I'm just here playing Pokemon. They're like, oh, that's people still play that? Yeah, there's my phone. What do you want me to say? Like, okay, just have a good night. Got stopped. We were at a park after dark.
Mm-hmm.
First time we got stopped, or they came over to us as we were sitting there. And the other time was at the firehouse, or the fire in Maze Landing, whatever that building is, the Smokey the Bear sign.
Yeah.
We were sitting there. Yeah, I get it twice.
It's funny. I still remember it was like the week or two after raids had started up or something, and we were all gathered in like by the fountain in Maze Landing, and everyone's there. We're all just chatting it up. And Linda's husband walks up in uniform. And he's a cop, so I'm like, I hope this is okay.
We're about to get scattered.
And then he's all chummy and he's playing with us, and we're like, oh, awesome. We gotta have this more often. Cool.
Yeah, he never comes out, though. I've only ever seen that dude once.
Yeah, well, early on it was easy to get a lot of people out, so.
Yeah, it was. I'm hoping after COVID... It'll be easy to get people out again, but I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I think it'll be easier to get more people doing things, but we just gotta incentivize all that other stuff, which is why I kind of really hope the Route Maker actually comes out soon, because that's another reason to actually go out and do stuff. Yeah,
especially if you could especially if Route Maker's set it up for the area.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're going to take this walk. Let's go. All right, cool.
Well, plus, hopefully we haven't blown it too out of proportion with all the code and other speculations with everything. Because... with the Pokestop leveling, having more interactions with Pokestops, higher level... What's the name? More amounts of items. Nah, I don't know where I'm going with this. Hopefully it's actually worth the time you invest in getting those Pokestops higher leveled.
Yeah.
like maybe they'll actually be able to do like an actual friend system with it, where complete these routes with your friends, and the more friends you have participating in it, the better the bonuses at the end of the route. That, or if they had a way to, if you have a higher level Pokestop, maybe the Pokemon from the lures are more rare.
Right.
Or better quality. Because that would really incentivize playing with local players if you travel to a new location or just having other stuff go on. Or it could make people more ragey if someone beats them to putting a lure on a Pokestop. Or maybe this would be a way they could actually fix that. Because people have complained about people putting lures on Pokestops. So maybe there could be a multiplication type thing.
Yeah.
And multiple people could put on multiple lures. So they could have like the timer, and then the amount of the quality of the lure will increase. But if you have a higher quality Pokestop that you've leveled up higher, you automatically get an extra maybe 0.5% or something like that. So the more people that put on lures, the more valuable the stop is. Yeah. Hope you're listening, Niantic.
Taking notes, man. Come on.
And if you followed, awesome, let us know. That could be a decent way to do it.
Let me get that clout.
I don't mean like that. I just mean follow the train before it derailed.
Yeah.
Because I think that would be the way that you could actually get people to use more lures and have them be invested in leveling up Pokestops. Because otherwise, if it's just for items, unless they're going to severely nerf all the other stuff, then it's not really going to be that worthwhile.
Yeah.
Because they kind of need to balance it for the auto catchers and the auto spinners and stuff like that. But actually, something I want to show you was they are expensive. It's basically $2 for the fancy ones. But what is it, 100 for a regular? Damn it. Dang it. Forgot to get the free box. They give us silver pineapple in it today.
You got 10 minutes.
Well, I just got it, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Regular lure models are 100. You can get a bundle for $6.80. And then 200 for each of the fancy ones. Especially Pokemon that love the rain. Oh, we finally got our WAP lure.
Whoa.
Lure.
Lure. Okay.
Okay.
Do we know what it evolved? What Pokemon evolves with the rainy lure?
I think it's just Sliggoo.
Sliggoo. I still don't have. Check and see what's nearby right now.
Yeah, I think the rainy lure came out with the when the fairy event started, because Sliggoo came out at the start of it.
Yeah.
And I saw one on the map, and it was raining, so I was like half a second away from turning and going to catch the Sliggoo, in addition to try and evolve it right away. And then I was like, I'm gonna need at least 50 candy, so this is definitely not worth it. And I had to get home. Well, You might not want to raid Ponyta tomorrow because Ponyta's shiny isn't unlocked until the 11th. So just be careful with that because I believe that, yeah, the shiny Ponyta doesn't actually start until the 11th. Because I kind of feel like they actually did that because with the people that save their research boxes for the specific month when something special happens, they would automatically get the best ones possible. So if you timed your researches the right way, you could get 5 as opposed to most people would get 3. Meanwhile, from the 11th, there's a guarantee that people will only get 3 each.
Okay.
Really? Is Shiny Ponyta out? They said it was the 11th.
It's possible.
I don't think they would have done it early.
See anything on?
They see me scrolling. They hating.
They poking.
I'm not seeing anything yet.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Let's see if GoHub has it. Nothing on GoHub yet. Self Road. I don't see any Self Road just yet.
Looks like it's legit yet.
We got 2 more sources. Let me check that. Good to go media. Let's see. Nothing there. Let's check one more spot. Nah, not seeing anything yet.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look legit.
Yeah, so to be on the safe side, I would definitely say that Shiny Ponyta isn't out until the 11th. Because that's especially what they said, not that once it was completed, that's when it's unlocked, like the last event. This one is by completing it by the end of the week, starting the 11th, starts Shiny Ponyta and the other bonuses. Okay, what was I actually doing now? Oh, right. So, while I was out and about doing other things, I happened to get an advertisement drop.
Okay.
So it was from KFC. Opened the gift, got items from it. They advertise their usual stuff. We're not sponsored by KFC unless they want to throw some chicken our way. And you can click learn more and learn up more, or you could hit the little arrow at the bottom and it saves the image for you. That way you can remember to go to KFC later on.
How convenient of them.
I was in Philadelphia at the time, so I think that was
Okay.
probably definitely the appeal of that. But thought it was really interesting that I finally got the chance to see one of these sponsor drops.
One of them in the wild.
Yeah. Before it was, I think it was a different form of it. It looked a bit different, but it was with Baskin Robbins. And it just happened to like everyone all over the place and had no idea where even a Baskin Robbins was at the time. Didn't even know they still existed out there.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
There's some in Philly.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I was still in South Jersey, so not that far, but still.
No, it's not. We're in a Baskin Robbins desert. To go to.
What did they learn? Did they not learn the right way to spell dessert? There's 2 S's because you go back for seconds. Come on now. Baskin Robbins, you got to learn.
Come on, for real.
You can't just leave us deserted here. I guess they want us to find them. But I guess technically it did its job and got us actually talking about it, so otherwise, when are we going to talk about ice cream?
Yeah.
But actually, if you have a Lidl near you, they
But
just
this was
started...
a KFC drop that was supposed to be doing this, not Baskin Robbins.
Wait, what?
We started off with the KFC drop, we're not talking about Baskin Robbins. Then we ended up.
We were talking about sponsors.
yeah, I guess it's fair.
Now I've divulged into ice cream, and Lidl has mochi balls, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. I've had them before.
Yeah,
not from there, but
well, it's kind of like $half sized. So it's not huge, but it's a little frozen in a Japanese ice cream sandwich. Simple as that.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I was in Lidl. I picked up like 4 boxes of them because usually they get them for like a week or 2 at a time. And I picked up 4 boxes, put them in the cart, and I was on my way out. And someone stopped me and they're like, "Are those any good?" Show the link on YouTuber Pro Planty. Shows the shiny Ponyta. You can message.
Yeah, just send it.
Yeah, give it a try.
Pro Plant. I'll look it up real quick. Hold on. It might be in the code. He might have hacked into it.
Oh, it's midnight. Good morning, everyone.
2 years ago. This week, maybe?
Let's see. Me. Could you share it one more time?
Did you miss it?
Yeah, I just opened my stream manager because I figure I'll pull it up on the phone. Alright, yeah, I'm doing this.
That's the guy I used to watch every community day.
There we go. Nope, that doesn't work.
116.50.
No. Let's mess it up. Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's he's talking about a hundo Ponyta. Yeah, he says. No, he's just talking. It's not. It is a Ponyta, the Galarian Ponyta, but he's talking about it being a hundo. He said he was gonna. He almost tossed it because they haven't released a shiny yet.
Mm.
Okay. I know this. I know what's going on here. This is the shiny form is in the game. You can look at it because if you've caught a shiny of a different form, it shows up.
That's
It shows
right.
up in your Pokedex. You can look at it. Yeah. So yes, you can see it. He doesn't actually have it though. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. I'm trying to think of something.
There it is. Yep.
Do that with. Yeah. You should. Do you have it?
Yep.
There you go. So there it is. Cool. Okay. Well, at least we figured it out. At least it wasn't like.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's how I looked at like some of the. I think like the Executor shiny. I was like, oh no, they look like Galarian form. Like, oh, okay.
That is nice.
Oh wow, that's a cool looking shiny.
Whew.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome.
Oh, the unique horn Pokemon. It's just a fancy way to say unicorn, huh?
That would be right up your alley.
It's funny how a lot of people, when the Galarian Ponyta first came out, they were like, it's only psychic type. Look at it. It's definitely a fairy type. And they're like, oh, it's only psychic. It's only psychic. And then Rapidash.
Yeah.
Fairy psychic. We knew it. Come on now.
Yeah, come on. You got this. That's like, there's one of them. Like, how is that not a... I don't know what it was. Never mind. I'm not going to... It's late. Forget it.
I gotta let the dog out. Arlo's coming at me.
Uh-oh. I had to feed these cats. They're starting to lose their minds behind me.
No. Yeah, so this is pretty much gonna be it for yesterday's stream.
Yeah, I mean it's midnight, so
yeah.
Call it. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm gonna jump back on a little bit after I feed the animals and play something. I don't know what yet, but
okay. I mean,
I took a nap. I shouldn't have, but I took a nap.
I mean, I could probably snap it up. We'll end the stream for this and then come back. Because I kind of had a bit more caffeine than I actually should have this late. So maybe I'll jump in for some snap after. After
my
this,
mom.
that is.
I'm not going to go see my mom tomorrow, so I just have to call her. I'm in good shape there, so I don't have to get up for anything. Just got to make sure I talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that's pretty much all I got housework to do. Oh my God, guys, stop! I'm going to feed you, I promise. I always do. One of them's talking, the other one's growling. It's just...
Jeez. All right, so we're pretty much going to call the podcast end for this. Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, man.
I gotta stop multitasking. I'm bad at it.
We need to end this battle.
Yeah.
Finish off.
So the VODs will be on Twitch, on YouTube, and once I finally go through and edit out all the pauses and stuff like that, it'll be in podcast form on anchor.fm, in addition to most podcast catchers out there. So remember, good balls, good calls, good luck, and stay augmented, my friends. I think DJ Brad, you do some streaming as well?
I do. I will drop my link in there, but I want to see what you got here. I want to check this. If you got a shiny Scizor, we're going to be fighting.
Well, no, it would be a Beldum, if anything.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it's the first one. It's...
Nope.
Yeah, I do some streaming as well. Every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for sure. And then kind of sporadically on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Wednesday's my only real day off from streaming. You can catch that over on twitch.tv/DJ_B_RADD. That's my link right there in the chat. And all my social links are there, as well as my YouTube, which I'm slowly updating, trying to make it happen. I'm actually going to jump on here a little bit after this stream, so I'll take it easy. Come hang out. I might play something that's going to cause me to yell. We'll see.
All right, we'll catch y'all around.
All right, guys. Y'all take it